Who keeps doing this? Well, if this happens to you, we got a few tricks that we can use to sort out the lines. What we're going to do first is make sure that the brake is stowed properly, that we don't have any loops or lines going over it. And then we're going to find this A that goes to the middle, to the leading edge of the glider. And if I have to walk all the way to the leading edge to get it on top, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to trace back with my hand. I'm always going to hang on to this line the entire time as we're sorting these lines. And what I'm trying to do is I'm going to try to fish out the mullion so that it comes through all of the twist right there. And then I'm going to bring the rest of the risers through with it. And I have to take my time here because I don't want to lose my toggle handle as I'm pulling it through. So very gently I'm going to pull everything through that loop right there. I'm never going to let go of this A that I started with. And I'm going to do what's called undressing the riser and just kind of pull the rest of this mess off of there. So here we got the toggle coming through, and I'm going to make sure I don't lose it off the clip and just pull the rest of these lines off like that. And now I have at least some of it free, and I'm still not letting go of the mullion with the A on it, right? But now that I've got the toggle and some of the riser stack free, then I can go ahead and untwist out. So now I'm looking for the fabric to be straight from my mullion all the way to the connection point. And even if there's a twist like this, I have to untwist it and make it straight. And by doing that, now I can start working on the second A. And again, make sure all the toggle and everything is clear before you start doing that. So now with the second A, I start pulling the lines, make sure that I don't have any loops that are keeping it in. And then it should tell me where I have to twist the rest of the risers to get free. So I'm thinking to the left and inside, the middle. So I'll drop it in one time and then see if that kind of clears things up or not. And then it looks like we have a little twist here on the brake line, so I'll go ahead and pull that free, and then everything kind of drops into place. And one last check, we'll just make sure that the fabric is straight from the mullion all the way down to the connection point, and then we're going to pull the brake line to make sure it's not hung up on anything. And a last visual to check to see if we have any tension knots, and it should be good to go. What we're going to do is make sure that the toggle is pinned and that it's not flopping around free. And then we're going to find this middle A right here, and all the way up to the leading edge if I have to. I'm going to try to get it on top and get all the lines off of it as I go. And so here we go. I'm now fishing for the mullion that it's attached to and the risers. And so once I get that in there, then that should give me some direction as to how to clear the rest. So here we go. I haven't let go of the line attached to the mullion, and now I'm going to try to pull the rest of the lines off of the riser, and I'm never going to let go of this mullion, the A that I started with. And as I go, I'm pulling all of it through, even the toggle, and now I can start to look for twist in the mullion, make sure that it's proper, that I have the right one on the right side, the left one on the left side. And all I have to do is pull off the lines, trace the fabric down to the connection point, and ensure that my toggle handle is clear. It looks like we're good to go. What we're going to do is make sure that the toggle is stowed and that it's not getting hung up on anything from the pulley to the toggle. Then we're going to fish for this middle A line all the way to the leading edge. And if I have to go all the way to the leading edge to clear it, I'm going to do that because it needs to be on top from the very get-go, and I'm going to trace it all the way back to the risers. And what I'm going to do next is fish for this mullion. I'm going to bring all of the lines off of the risers, and then I'm going to keep holding this line, stretch it out a little bit, and look to see where the twist is going over the second line right here. So this one says that I need to flip it to the inside of these two A's, and I'll just have one twist like that taken out, and it looks like everything else is sorted. I'm going to trace the fabric all the way down to the riser connection point, and again clearing the toggles, make sure they're not hung up on anything in the process. And so that should be clear on this one, and I'll still keep my A's in my hands right there, trace the fabric down to the connection point, and then pull a little brake line, make sure that they're not hung up on anything to the wing.
It's not nice at all. You are not nice.